got?
Because
I don't think I really have anything.
I only had one thing, and it was Photoshop on the iPad versus Photoshop on PC. And I had got the Photoshop app. I signed in because I have an Adobe account. I signed in.
You do?
Oh yeah, I made one a long time ago.
But you don't have the Creative Cloud.
No, you have the Creative Cloud.
I do.
I just have a normal Adobe account
that I use every day.
I got it. I signed in. It signed in just fine. I didn't have any problems with that verifying and stuff. But I can't get into the app. I never can get into the app because it always says there's a connection issue. I've tried it on both of our Wi-Fi's. I've restarted my iPad. I've restarted the router. Nothing works.
Have you reported the issue?
There's nowhere to report.
There is. You have to go into the app store and go to the app, and then it says review, and then there's like a support thing.
I don't go that far. I just stopped using the app. So I can't get into it. So, because all I really wanted to see was, can I do the same things on my iPad that I could do on my computer? So photo editing and all that stuff. And so because I can't get into it, I looked it up. And apparently, Adobe is just trying to be the big dog and is trying to get rid of Procreate. That's the point of Photoshop on the iPad.
Oh.
It is purely a drawing program with Adobe's stuff.
Well, then you don't even need it. Just
Right, I don't need
delete
it.
it and be done with it.
There's no reason for it now.
Photoshop on the iPad.
What's the alternative?
It's trying to kill Procreate.
It's trying to do what Procreate has already done, but with all of Adobe's stuff. So it's pointless to me because I know Procreate and I've been using it for a while now.
Well, I guess the one good thing about the Photoshop on the iPad is really for the people that are already using it on their Macs or on their PCs.
Yes, but if their app doesn't work.
Yeah, but I don't have a problem using it on my stuff.
But
even on the phone.
That may just be me. I don't know.
Well,
But he doesn't have the Creative Cloud either. See, it's a free.
But it's
a
the
free
internet connection that allows me to not get into the app.
No, it's not the internet connection. It's something else.
That's the error message that keeps coming up.
I have a feeling most likely it's the Creative Cloud thing.
Maybe.
Sign in with my stuff and see if you can get to the app then.
Okay.
Because it might be just like using Photoshop on your computer when it's being used on that computer.
Right.
It works just fine.
Right.
Well,
the only benefit I saw, because they took out all the.
Is this one you have?
there's only one.
No,
That's Express.
that's Express. That's not the same. You have to switch it to iPad, not iPhone. The only benefit I'd see to it is that it connects in under 7 seconds to your computer. So if you drew something, then you could do any photo editing. But they took out all the photo editing bit and made it purely a drawing program.
Yes, but if you're on
now, I just don't need
that's not what's happening. What's happening is Lightroom is the thing for photos. Right. So there's an app for Lightroom. Right. So it's not that they took it out. They just it's already over there. Why have the two apps on one device for everything? Like Photoshop was sort of everything, and then they kind of chopped up pieces off of Photoshop and made them better. Because Lightroom is essentially Bridge and the photo part of the photo development of Photoshop.
And there's Adobe Animate. That's probably the animation bit of Photoshop. But yeah, I when I found that out, it was just like, oh, I don't need this anymore.
This person says this app is shit. It gave 0 stars. If I could, I use Procreate and do so a lot of other people, which is awesome.
Yeah, Procreate it's easy to understand. I watched
better for drawing.
Yes, way better for drawing, and it's more user friendly. and it's not like super jarring because you don't need to know all the tools as soon as you start because you really just don't know what you're doing. You can just go look at the preferences, change a couple settings, and for me, I had to do that because of how my workflow was with Sketchbook. So I made it, when I first started using Procreate, I made it the most similar to what I knew in the preferences and all the pressure sensitivity and stuff, because that can all be changed. And that's all I had, and that's all I needed. I just needed to know the gestures, and I was good. And then over time, I was like, that's pretty neat and useful. And now I use more of the things, and it makes me faster.
Some of those reviews are pretty scathing.
I mean...
Well, I mean, it's just not...
Wow.
I mean, they're... As far as Adobe's concerned, their first thing was PC and Mac people. That's their first thing. Everything else...
It's secondary.
Yeah, 100% secondary. It's like, you can't... You're not going to make everything be everything and be the best. But if you're working on a project on your computer and then you need to go on the move and you're not taking the computer with you and you've got your iPad, you can keep working.
Yeah.
You may not do everything, but you can keep working and keep being productive, and on your way to the airport or on your way to this or doing that, you can do stuff.
Yeah, you can do all of that.
And have your files
Just
available
keep
because of
going.
the cloud.
You don't have to stop.
Yeah, you don't have to stop.
With
And
Procreate-
then when you get back, you can finalize on your computer.
Right. And Procreate doesn't even have a PC or Mac version.
Exactly.
It's only iOS.
So I don't think it's bad. I think the problem that people are having is they don't want to use the computer side. So then all of a sudden tools are just not available. Things that they did before, they have to either do differently. It's not as convenient. It may not be as intuitive. Blah 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 blah.
And Photoshop is always just confusing to me because they don't. It's like,
Photoshop is the old granddaddy.
yeah, but it's almost like looking at For Honor menus. It's like there's too much information.
It's like I said. It's the old. It's got all the information. Everything is there.
They never streamline it so that you can learn it as you go. You just are like,
It
I have to watch.
here it is.
I have to watch a 20-part
Yep.
playlist on YouTube just to figure out how the frick do I
Do something
erase
simple.
something.
Yep.
How do I use the bucket fill? How do
Yep.
I select something and move it?
It's
How
not
do I do
intuitive
that?
at all.
And it sucks for that, and especially for me, who is an artist, it really sucks because it's like, okay, I'm just trying to change the color of my pen.
Trust
now
me.
I'm just trying to change from this pen to a different pen, and it takes me 2 hours by itself just to do something that would take me less than 2 seconds on anything else.
Yes, I agree.
And
But
it sucks.
But once you learn, I mean, it's definitely that old school idea of, no, you are not going to pick this up and use it. No, you are going to sit down and you're going to freaking
You're
learn
gonna have to take
it.
a 4-week course on how to use
Yes,
this.
and you're going to learn it, and then you're going to build. You're going to constantly be building on what you know in order to use it better.
See, even one of the YouTubers I watch, he has been using Photoshop for many years now, and he predominantly draws with pencil and paper, even though he knows Photoshop. And then he did a Procreate review, and it's like, this is like better. If you're just wanting to draw, this is way better, because you can, if you have an iPad and an Apple Pencil, just spend the $10. There's no other charge, and then you can use it forever, and all the updates are free, and there's no. It's just easy. It's easy to do what you want to do with the same level of quality. Nothing is less. So, Adobe on the iPad just doesn't make sense to me.
I'm looking for the guy's name. There's one guy that you basically just could watch nothing but him
And learn all.
and
of
learn
Photoshop.
and Lightroom and Bridge because he helped develop them. And so he can, in his tutorials, I mean, you want to get into the minutia? Oh God, he can get you there. But, you know, people, I think today people are, they're not willing to do that work now. Read the title. Just a few minutes ago, an hour ago, one of our videos posted.
What does it say? I can't see.
What A2 has been watching. Yeah, there's a whole episode about you and your watching habits. Oh wait, yeah. 2 videos posted today. I'm trying to get 2.
I'm watching the
2 a day.
Gooplab.
How you like that?
You should watch the Gooplab. It's very interesting. I said that to one of the teachers this week. Oh, have you seen the Gooplab? And she's like, I don't like Gwyneth Paltrow. I don't like some of the crazy stuff because apparently they have
season 1.
They have a shop, a Gooplab store.
Oh, you didn't know about Goop?
I didn't know.
That's why I should have had you watch the JonTron.
Dun dun dun.
I said, listen, just watch the show. It's not really about Gwyneth Paltrow. It's science. It's really interesting. They touch on some things that I thought were like basic knowledge, but apparently it's not. But the one that I found the most fascinating, and I suggested that your brother watch, was the one about mushrooms and the study that they're doing with vets that suffer from PTSD and how they're using microdoses of mushrooms and therapy combined to help with PTSD.
You keep saying right. You keep saying mushrooms.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's not
Shrooms.
mushrooms. It's shrooms.
Mushrooms are the things you put in the food and you cook with. Shrooms are what you get high on.
Okay, so
Completely
it's that.
different.
It's
How
shrooms.
come I can't get too many people up here?
Um,
Never mind. I got it.
But
I found it.
they are doing this medical trial with these, and the results are astounding. So go watch the Gooplab. It's really fascinating information.
Yeah, apparently a lot of people have called out the company for a lot of the products just being fake trash.
I don't know anything about the company. I just know about the series on Netflix. It's really good. Go watch it. What else did we start watching? Lego Masters? Oh! You gotta watch it, man. You gotta watch it.
No, seriously, you really
You
should
gotta
watch it. I don't know why you wouldn't.
No, there's no reason
You
you
have
wouldn't.
not seen it yet.
Okay.
It is your cup of bowl of what for sure.
What?
Cup of bowl of what?
Wait a minute. Cup of bowl?
Cup of bowl of what?
Cup of bowl. Wouldn't that be a cup of or a bowl of? Not a cup
It's
of bowl.
both of them put together.
No, I don't think it is. Terry White. That's the guy. You want to know anything about Photoshop or Lightroom? Or Bridge? Terry White. Terry White got you covered. He'll tell you everything. Why are you touching? And Film Riot. And Mythical Kitchen. And DJ TLM. And Video Copilot. And Rhett and Link. And Good Mythical Morning. And Brian Tom. Alright. If you want to follow the Traveling Fars, you can follow us on the YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, iTunes, Spotify, or the Google Podcast at The Traveling Fars. If you like the Instagram and the Twitters, Traveling Fars. And the email is travelingfars@gmail.com. And the blog space, thetravelingfars.blueberry.net. No E's in the blueberry. Say goodbye to the people.
Bye, people. You see words on the page, man.
Yeah, but it's easier to see the world for a camera.
Oy, life isn't always about making
This sounds like an argument vlog versus blog, but that's a whole nother thing. Say
Put
goodbye
it-
to the
put it
people,
on
man.
Next week's.
Say goodbye to people.